Well. Hello. Hello, hello. Excuse the delay. Unfortunately, I don't have an elaborate excuse. I just really had to watch the end of the episode. Sometimes. Oh well. Now that I think about it, it wasn't a good idea. Yeah. Not gonna happen again. Sorry, guys. Um. Yeah, I hope you're still all doing well. New day, new grind. You know. Do we have everything? I think so. Maybe. Yes. Okay. So, yesterday was kind of a little bit of a shit show, I feel like. You know? I feel like that was the case. I don't know. Not as, you know, productive as I would like it to have been. Terrible. Terrible. I don't know how much this will help me. At least it's like a warm up. These like practice things here. Let me turn down the volume a bit here. It's a bit too loud. There we go. Also, hydration check. Hmm. Okay. I feel like the desk is a bit too high up. This might. Is this better? Maybe too far down. Hmm. Let me try around a bit. I'm just trying to see how easy it is to move around on these different height settings. You know. If anything, I feel like I should be practicing ellipses. How to draw ellipses. I'm sure there's a way to do it. And I feel like I've watched a video where the guy was like starting out with like boxes or something. Or at least he had like a kind of box structure here. Right? And then he drew some like circles in there or something. I don't quite remember. It's been a while. Hmm. Hmm. I've also seen some of the like industrial design guys. I don't know how to describe this. Like there's some tutorials for industrial design on YouTube, right? And I mean, I don't quite remember the method now, but I think it was something like basically cutting the circle in 4 parts or something. This is not right. Terrible. I mean, maybe any of these methods is actually useful. You just have to repeat them often enough to actually remember them. That's some very nice ginger ale. I always thought it's like an alcoholic drink. Apparently not. Or is it like a base thing? No, wait. Jameson Irish whiskey and American ginger ale. Also, this is like a drink recipe on the backside. A weird thing. All right. Anyway. Not much of a drinker. Or rather, I don't really drink at all. I drink tea and water. So, like, unflavored tea. Unflavored tea. So I've rewatched a few videos, and I think I watched Mark Brené yesterday or today. I'm not quite sure anymore. I think yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And he basically talked about getting better quickly in art. The common YouTube art like advice format. Nothing against him, but honestly, I don't know. At least what he said didn't sound completely out of this world, and it was something more concrete than just, well, draw. Just draw more. just draw more. Huh. Which, in a sense, isn't wrong or anything. It's just not going to get you anywhere you would want to be most of the time, I think. Yeah, kind of. It's like, well, thank you for telling me the obvious kind of thing. That's a feeling I always had whenever I'm watching like YouTube art videos or just general advice stuff that isn't something in the realm of the crafts. Like what's the name? Um, why don't I remember? The people that make furniture out of wood and like stuff. What the hell? My English is absolutely failing me right now. Let me see. Wait, what is this? What is it called? Carpenter, of course. Yes. Carpenter, right? A carpenter, right? So whenever it's like videos that don't include jobs like this, the trades essentially, they don't seem to either want to tell you the actually important stuff to get better, or I don't know, they don't know it themselves. It's weird. Whenever I watch stuff like I don't know, someone showing you how to build a wall or make a piece of furniture or how you insulate your basement, what materials to use, what to look out for, making sure that everything is watertight and anti-mold stuff, you know. It's kind of weird, you know, kind of weird. I always thought like they're unwilling to tell me. They're only going to sell me this information, you know. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. I wanted to do some warm-ups. The hell is this? I don't know. Is this necessary? Probably. I mean, I understand the point behind it, you know, getting used to the pen again for the day. Because I'm actually I'm making it a point somewhat to not even open the program after I am done, right? So I set up stream, right? I open Critter, and that's what you see. I just make sure that OBS is actually capturing it before I start anything. But basically what you see me doing here is everything I did in this program today, in any drawing program for that matter. It's not like I don't know, secretly learned to draw, you know. I've tried in the first in the first 2 weeks, I think, I've tried keeping up with my paper sketches. So like I used to, which I don't really do anymore, I used to do this daily drawing stuff, you know, but I didn't really draw. It was more like scribbling. It's not anything I would want to show anyone. There are a few scribbles, so to say, that kind of looked like something that you would do to practice drawing, but most of the time it was just random scribbles, you know. Done that for a long time. I think 700 days or something. And yeah, I kind of tried keeping the paper trail, basically. So I used to, you know, write down the day and then the date of when I would draw on this particular piece of paper, right? Ever since I started this online video diary, I guess you could say, I stopped. I tried in the first few weeks keeping up with that, just writing down and scribbling something on. But I don't know. I felt better just. Oh, sorry. I felt better just, yeah, waiting basically for stream start. Trying my best in the time that I can survive sitting here or standing here. Right? And that's about it. Then I close down the program after saving it. And that would be my art practice for the day. You know, I'm trying to keep it targeted practice because you know, throughout the years I've watched quite a lot of videos on art, and what I've come across quite often was like the targeted practice is going to help you a lot, or something along those lines. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, could be worse. You know, I could not be drawing. Man. Still don't know what I'm doing here right now. I'm just drawing. Scribbling. Hmm. This kind of feels wrong. Hmm. Anyway, yes, I want to save. So we're kind of thinking about what I want to do today. Kind of felt like trying Mark's ideas here, like advice, basically. And I think, if I remember correctly, what he talked about in the video I was watching was like he was describing how you would start out drawing, where essentially first you start just copying everything, which is very much still where I am, very much still a beginner, despite everything. And he basically just said, well, make sure you actually copy things correctly. So you're basically starting out training your eye and hand coordination, getting your hand to actually redraw or draw what you're thinking of or seeing, right? So that's the first step, right? And then eventually you will want to start um, what was it? Right, you want to start deconstructing what you see, right? I think there was like a sub point on the first thing to something like try to copy what you see as well as you can. Do that over and over, right? Try to figure out the things that you've been asking yourself while doing this. So I think there's a non-zero chance that I did something similar when I was like trying to figure out the fingers here, right? I call this like the contrapposta, I think. I was like, oh yeah, there's a contrapposta here and this like a balancing of where the knuckles face and shit. And trying to understand or question the things you don't understand. So like, say we are drawing a face, right? Say we are drawing a face. And I get to the chin here, right? Go over here. And I don't understand why there is this indent, for example. Let's first go out a bit here for the cheekbone. Right? And then you're like, okay, now I have to go in, right? So you basically start out very much tracing the outline of things, right? Very similar to what I'm doing here, right? And maybe you ask yourself, okay, so why is it that there is an indent here, right where the eyes are, right? Well, good question. Why is it? Why is that the case? Why is this here, this indent? Right? These kinds of questions try answering. So, what would we do in this case? Well, I would probably open up Pinterest and look at the skeletal structure of the head, or rather at the skull, right? I would look at the skull. And I would try and turn this form in three-dimensional space. Maybe I'd go so far as to take a piece of, I don't know, styrofoam and cut it into dimension to give me, like, say, a kind of head mannequin that perhaps kind of looks like this, right? Something like that, so I can learn the sides of the face better, right? Something like that. I don't know. Basically just said, try and figure these minor questions out. So do some limited anatomical studies, basically. Nothing fancy or anything, Just the basic ideas, just trying to understand the big picture of things, essentially. And just get rid of this hand here. Wasn't a bad redraw, but I don't want to push it into the other drawings here. So let me just try and draw a fist from imagination here, actually. So let's do the front view. All things considered, I think there's a slight inward bend here. Of the form. So trying to figure out the thumb here. Not sure about it. It's a bit janky. I would even go so far as to say wait, yes. I have to remember that here. I think, yes. Something like this, maybe? Maybe we'd have the knuckles right around here. And the small roof, right? Knuckle roof, we call it the roof of the knuckle. This might actually be. Not too sure. This kind of looks wrong. Like, slightly. It's kind of difficult. Like, looking at your own fist is kind of It's kind of weird. Kind of doesn't work out. I can't really use it as reference. Which is fine, this is supposed to be imagination anyway, but sometimes you just need a little bit of a crutch, you know? Because your imagination might give you too much information. If you don't take the time to filter it out, which might not always work out the way you would like it to when you're drawing from imagination. Hmm. Whoops. What the hell? Oh. My finger is placed incorrectly. Oh. Of course. Okay. Of course, this doesn't look as amazing, but this is at least this would be something. It kind of works. It kind of works. Let me try a different angle for a hand. Let me try a hand that's holding something. Let me try a hand that's holding something. What is the hand holding? The hand is holding another hand. Or maybe. Wait. Yes. Let's do this. Let's try this. So, try something a bit more difficult now. So, let me try and construct this a bit better. This might. Wait, I need more. I need a much more extreme perspective here. It's not perfect, but I wanted to make it a bit easier. Is this too close? It kind of is. It kind of is. So if it's a comfortable, if it's comfortably done, the fingers are further apart. So let's do that. I'm trying to not to use too much reference here. You know, minimal usage, and by that I mean looking at your own hands. That's the reference I'm slightly using here. Slightly, only very slightly. Control Shift A. There we go. I have to get a new goddamn keyboard. Alright, okay. It's working, yes. Alrighty. Ah, I can't draw when I'm sitting like this. When I'm sitting like this, I can't draw. Not really. Alright, so you would most likely see the thumb somewhere like huh? No. Hmm. No, I don't like this thumb. Ugh. Ugh. Horrible. Hmm. Absolutely horrendous looking. Wait, I'm doing this incorrectly. Remember the construction. Hmm. Hmm. It's a bit too thick. So what's keeping me from finishing this a bit more quickly, I think, is like proportion. This could kind of be correct, but also it doesn't quite work out. Hmm. Also kind of feel like I'm trying to punch through my tablet again. Not a good idea. I'm trying to like draw this, I don't know, finger bridge kind of, I don't know, what would you call this? Pose? I mean, this is actually looking like it's enough information. Oops. To get across what I wanted to. I think. Did I say what Mark also talked about? I kind of think I forgot to keep talking. I kind of just stopped because I was absorbed. It's not great, but it's okay. The repetition is what gives the confidence, I guess you could say. You just know what to expect, you know? Kind of like rewatching a show you've already seen. That also gives a sense of security because you know what to expect, right? I would wager that the brain is not too different on that in terms of learning new skills. If you can break the tasks down into simple, digestible, repeatable, and perhaps even memorable sizes, right? Or portions, to the point where you can do it quickly, do it easily, while not trying to sacrifice, say, your constructions or your proportions and whatever else you're trying to learn at that particular moment. You know, then I think there's a chance that the brain will remember some of these things and hopefully remember them, retain them, and find security in some of that. And I think that's what artists talk about or mean when they talk about stepping out of your comfort zone, doing this process all over again, right? Finding a new subject or a new way of drawing or whatever else it may be that you want to improve in, right? Breaking it down to such an extent that you can repeat it. Do it fast, preferably. I don't know how fast plays into this. I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe not. Okay, let me just untangle my tablet cord here. All right. This should be good. just have to sit down a bit here. Kind of funny. I've turned off like the sound source here for the background music a few times, but somehow it actually didn't stop playing. It's kind of weird. Kind of doesn't make sense, huh? Oh well. Just wanted to see why. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, is pixelaat. Okay. I certainly haven't managed to do like this. Maybe let's try let's this time try something being held. Okay, let me get the desk down a bit further and drink some water. All right. Let's see. So, I kind of want to, but I have to start this off differently. Let's start with our line of action, basically. Something like this, maybe. I don't know. Hmm. This kind of doesn't work. Ooh, what would this look like? Something like this here, right? Kind of pressing too much on the tablet again. I kind of hate the fact that it's like pushing too much to the left here always. See what I mean? The right side of the circle is basically not there. Hmm. Okay, I don't know. Oops. There we go. Maybe it's the way I was holding the pen. Or rather, in what direction I'm starting out in, like clockwise or counterclockwise, drawing the circle, right? Usually draw it counterclockwise. when I do the left side of the circle, it's thicker. Hmm. Ouch. Hmm. How far down? Hmm. It's actually a lot. Hmm. Okay. What's happening? Why? Why am I drawing the line so heavily on one side? What is going on? The hell? Hmm. Hmm. Man, this is like, why am I pressing so hard on everything? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know what's going on. How did I? Is it because I'm sitting? I think so. Even though I'm leaned all the way back into my chair. Also, super tired. All of a sudden, let me drink some more lemon water. Without sugar today. Just water with pressed lemon. Ah. I should sacrifice accuracy right now. It's fun. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, some glass. How thick would that glass be? Okay, regardless of how thick it is, you wouldn't see the knuckles, the first knuckle of the hand here. That would be somewhere like back here, right? Somewhere all the way over here. Yeah. Ah. Okay, let me just stand back up again. What the hell? Ow. Time for the carpets, I guess. Time for the carpets. Can't make it work. Alright. Okay. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay? Good. Sorry about that one. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let me get rid of this stuff here. I'm kind of not liking this arm. Be gone, heretic. Right, so I kind of feel like missing something here, no? Missing something here. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? I don't know. Let me think. Maybe my line of action is too far up? Or am I missing something like this? Ugh. Oh, what a horrible line. Terrible. Let me try and grip my pen a different way here. Maybe... I really want to engage my shoulder when I'm drawing, but I don't know if it's the size of the tablet or the height of my desk. It's hard to say. I want some... Ooh. That's insane. There we go. There we go. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe more from this side? Okay, let's try figuring this out. Wait, this is not working out. Wait, oh right, okay. I think I know why this isn't working. Maybe not. Wait, like, I'm confused. I am confused. So I understand that the fingers go something like this, right? In terms of length, right? Something like that, something like that. Hmm. 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 How do I draw this? Let's. Okay, let me try and find. I kind of feel like I'm not constructing the hand when I'm drawing here. I'm more like doing some slightly educated guesswork. Because instead of doing just, okay, here we have, I don't know, the rough idea of a hand, right? That hand is doing something, right? It's holding a cup of sorts, right? Just a rough idea to understand what is actually going on here. Hmm. I don't know. Terrible. Oh, so terrible. Hmm. 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 I don't know. Actually, now that I'm seeing this cup, I feel like I should be drawing more of the fingers, huh? Let me think about this. I mean, this is making sense, right? Up to the thumb, it makes sense. Afterwards is where the issue arises. This also kind of looks wrong, though. Is it the bend in the knuckle that doesn't quite work? What about this? How's this looking? Whoops. Slightly better, I would say. Very slightly. Very slightly better. Alright, what if I get rid of this line here and this too? What if I get rid of this line as well? It's kind of working. No? Slightly, kind of, maybe. I should certainly try and draw more hands gripping something. I kind of feel like that's... Why is it tilted again? There you go. That might actually help quite a bit when trying to understand this stuff here. Alright. You go here. Alright. Ow, why is my leg hurting again? Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch. Man. Alright, let me sit. Let me sit. Let me put on my headphones correctly. Kind of feel like I'm a bit lost right now. Okay, let's not get lost here. Let me take a look a little bit at Pinterest. I mean, also I could probably keep on drawing last sketch. Continue where I left off. I have a bunch. Maybe we will do it today. Maybe we will do it today. Not seeing anything particularly interesting. Maybe I should do some, like, mouth studies? I don't know. Maybe. Damn, that's one hell of a pose. Holy shit. The fuck? What the? Oh, what is this? Is this eye construction? some theory about it in Japanese though, so it doesn't really help me right now. Man, I mean, I kind of understand what's going on here. Hmm. Maybe we will do that, huh? Maybe we will do some. Wait. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I'm kind of. Hmm. I'm having a hard time understanding where to like put the eyelids, right? So let's say this is the part we actually focus on. This is like the quote eye, right? This is the entire eyeball. Hmm. Maybe I should look. Let me look. Let me have a look at eye. Does it actually go around all the way? Like until half? Hmm. Ah, my back is hurting. Let me see if I can find some eyes. And if I just if I just like try and look at my own eye, maybe the eyelid wraps around half of the eyeball. I don't know. How large is the eyeball? Could be. Could be the case. I don't know. Let's have a look. Eyeball anatomy. Eyeball anatomy. Hmm. Okay, so the iris is actually on top directly of the sphere, right? But the stuff that you would focus on when you're looking someone in the eye, right? It's kind of like an extra structure on top. So it's like I guess the shape would be similar to kind of like a breast. So like if this is the eyeball, right? The iris would be right here. But then the rest right. It's kind of like doing this. Kind of. Very poorly drawn. Kind of this. This is terrible. Anyway, just imagine the rest of the circle, please. So, and then the fun stuff that's actually color, right, of the eye is like this part here. Kind of. And then the lens is on top here somewhere, I think. Let me actually just have a look. Kind of. No, the lens is below the iris. That's interesting. The lens is below. This is like anterior chamber. This is the anterior chamber. Cornea. Iris, pupil. Okay. Okay. Let me look. square. This is an interesting animation. Noted. Okay. Eyes. This is quite nice. All right, so let's mark. No. It's not really working, I think. Wait, maybe it would help if I imagine like a sort of stick right through the eye, of where the middle would be. I don't know how to describe this. I'm not, didn't pay attention in math or geometry or any other subject. Didn't pay attention. Only remembered what I had to for the next test. And then I forgot. The classic, you know. Hmm. Does this make sense? Kind of does. This looks a bit weird, all things considered, but I think this is not terrible. Okay. Today we try and understand eyes somewhat. Perhaps. Hopefully. Alright, so what? The middle would be something like here, right? This is not the perfect sphere, but it will suffice. Hmm. Okay. So, let's see. Let's do one here. So if this is again the vertical midpoint thing, guess we can go like this. Right. Hmm. Oh well. Let's do it without this weird grid. I can't draw it. But don't tell anyone. Oh, it looks like the Death Star. Very poor Death Star. Hmm. Hmm. I'm quite confused. Kind of feel like whenever I'm drawing, that it's like an up and down in terms of, should I say, skill level of the day? I don't know. Instead of it being like a straight line, which this isn't even, but I mean, there you have it. Can't even draw a fucking straight line. Jesus Christ. Okay, so instead of being like a semi straight line, kind of feels like, I don't know. I start somewhere down low, then I go up a bit, then it holds, then it goes down, then it goes slightly back up, and then slightly down, slightly back up, and then it just plummets, and then it's doing the whole thing again where it slowly climbs, and then it goes up a bit further. Then I'm finally back at where I was before. This is like just throughout the day, And then and then I usually end stream. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know why it is that way. It's kind of weird, funny in a way. Hmm. Poetic, someone might say. Don't know in which way, because I'm not a poet. Anyway, let me get my carpet here. All right. Here we go. So, let's try understanding. Understandings I. How can I. Like, reliably. I guess this is just a matter of mileage. Some things in art you just can't really construct. It would be too detailed is the wrong word, I think. Tedious. Maybe even lead you where you wouldn't want to go. I don't know. I'm just trying to look for excuses to not construct everything I'm drawing. I don't know. I just want to draw better if possible. Wait. Let me try something here. don't know. I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I'm forgetting my rules of abstraction here. Not actually simplifying this stuff enough, you know? I'm doing quite the opposite, I feel like. Ew. Can I please draw? Okay. Draw a circle. Oh, this is not a circle. Man, let me get the desk down a bit further. I'm about to lose my mind. Fuck hell. Why can I not draw any circles on this goddamn tablet? This is not a circle. I'm about to just spawn them in here. I'm telling you. Circle. Beautiful circle. Look at this beautiful boy. Look at this beautiful boy. Shame. Boom. Ding, 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 ding. Wait, I haven't asked myself if the size is even right here. With what I'm doing, you know? Like how long? Let me see the proportions here. On an anatomically correct eyeball, how large is the pupil, or like the? Is that the pupil? No, that's. Wait. How large is this? Like the cornea, or like what would you call this? How much of the eye is what we would colloquially describe as such? You know, the part where the color is, and you know, the iris and the pupil, basically, you know. How large in relation to the rest of the eyeball is that? I don't think I've ever thought about that one. Well, sorry about that. The hell was this? Fuck hell. What the heck? I mean, it depends. There's like some variation in terms of style, right? So depending on what you're going for, I guess you would draw the iris or just the whole eye. I don't know. Is there like a term to describe like the part with which you see in your eye? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. Right? So like this is the pupil, right? And all of this is the iris. Right? Is there like a way to describe this? Do you just say the iris? Like just this part of the eyeball. Like right there's a lot more behind that, right? I don't know how much. How much? Like this much? This much? Like how large in relation to the rest of the eyeball is the iris, I guess you could say. I don't know. Guys, I need the words. I need the words to describe my thought. Otherwise, I will never learn. Hmm. How do these? How? I have to sit down. English. Hmm. Is there even a word for this in German? Don't think. I don't think there is. At least I wouldn't know it. Hmm. Ouch. Ah, my legs hurt. My legs hurt. Not Baba is you, leg is hurt. Leg is hurt. Leg. 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 Hmm. Ouch. Trying to figure out this stuff is surprisingly more. What would you say? Vocabulary heavy. What's the adjective to vocabulary? Is there an adjective? Adjective? Is that even a word? Wait, I'm confused now. Fuck me. I just want to learn to draw, please. Man, I'm not looking for like the the source code of the universe or anything, you know. I just want to draw. Man, I just want to draw. Man, I just want to draw. Maybe I should try some semi-realism or realism. Because all of this like stylization is a bit, you know. Maybe I should, you know, draw my eyes a lot more like this. I don't know. You know? And try to understand what's happening a bit better because I'm lost right now. Beautiful. Look at this beautiful eye. The power of the universe at my fingertips. In other words, to be an artist is to shape your own reality. That kind of sounds like a pathological thing, huh? I wonder if that's like a, if there is something artists have in common besides just the will to learn drawing. Something deeper like this, you know. The ultimate escape from reality is to draw, to learn to draw. for that can be your new reality, you know? Hmm. Weird thoughts. Kind of like a shower thought, which I don't have. I don't shower. Okay, let's go. What am I doing here, guys? I'm kind of like losing the plot. I'm losing it. I'm losing the plot. I need. Give me your eyes. Hmm. Hmm. I stole the eye, though I'm not too sure what to do with this now. Steal the eye. Put it over here. What's happening here? There we go. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oops. I see with my spying eye. What the hell is that? What the hell even is that? I Should I order this stuff? I don't care. I don't care. That's my position. I don't give a fuck. It will work out somehow. Whoop. Hey, what is this like middle point here even? It's nothing important. There we go. Look at this. Another eye for the collection. Yes, instead of gathering UBs, I'm gathering eyes. Hey, stop this madness. Nope. There we go. Ooh, this is a bit too small. Maybe. Okay. Control Shift A. Beautiful. Now let me erase this crime against humanity here. All of this is kind of. This guy still looks just as horrendous as he did yesterday. Horrible. Horrible. Maybe something like this is enough. This we don't want. This is fine. This should also be okay-ish. Ouch. Okay, my wrist is starting to hurt. I've overdone it with very weird seating arrangements. The way I sit is very weird. Don't observe. The hell is this? Do not observe. I'm kind of feeling like I want to start drawing mechs. because I've really wanted to draw like a lot of mechs from the very get-go, but I've kind of been holding back on that. I think I like robots, guys. Guys, I like robots. Robots are cool. They are very nice. I like drawing epic things. I kind of want to draw. I want to draw like, what the hell is this cat? I kind of want to know. What the hell is this cat? Beautiful, beautiful boy. Look at this boy. Shame, shame. I can't get Sven out of my mind right now. I rewatched too much Gura recently. Damn, this guy's capturing these cats in a manner that's just glorious. These expressions and these brush strokes and these. Oh, oh my lord. This is. Oh, I need to save this. Sorry, guys. I'm getting distracted. What was I saying? Oh, look at this boy. We saved this as gesture, yes. Look at this beautiful boy. Oh, I don't know who the artist is. But I wish him all the success and all the money for always and ever. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. What was I saying? What was I talking about? I kind of forgot. Uh, okay. I just downloaded what I was thinking about. Yes, I just want to draw Max. I want to draw cool things, battlefields, like wars, guns. I want to draw. I want to draw like I don't know, all the cool things and all the other things too. I want to draw everything. No, but I really wanted to draw Max. I watched a few things about it, and it's like, well, mechs are basically an abstraction of the human form. So if you're having issues with the human form, you can't really describe, well, form or fool the mind into thinking what you're drawing is three-dimensional. You will probably have a lot of issues with drawing mechs, and I took that wholesale. Oh, this is one hell of a glorious drawing of a cat. This guy is. Oh, this is amazing. How do you render a cat like this? Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh. Sorry about that. Man, there's so many amazing artists around this. So I love it. Huh. I should not get started on just looking at Pinterest. This is a bad idea. Bad move. Bad move. Very bad. Holy shit. This guy's absolutely insane. Oh, he's giving all of this much, a lot more like three-dimensional form than all of my drawings ever combined could have. And he's like drawing on a fucking like chalkboard. Is that word chalkboard? with chalk, 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 cork, chalk, chalk. I don't know how to say this, guys. If you haven't noticed, I'm not native English speaker. uh, anyway, I should not get distracted. I could do this the entire day. It's not a good idea. This is like doom scrolling. I don't want to doom scroll. Human face, why? Why human face? Hmm. Hmm. I just want to draw. The question is, if what I'm doing is helping me get better, I don't know. Like I've done a lot of similar things for the longest time. I don't necessarily believe that I've improved all that much. I want to be able to draw all of the art styles, but then again, what is my art style would be a big question, right? All of the art styles? It's not an answer to that, I would say. But then again, you think about what animators do and just regular, artists that are employed as artists, I mean, or like a studio or something, or like a, yeah, let's just stick with studio, whatever. Right? They basically all just copy specific art style, a unified one, or at least that's what you would hope the director would be looking out for, or the producer, whatever. Whoever's in charge of that, the lead artist or designer or whoever. I don't know the roles. Whoever would be in charge, you'd hope would look out for a unified art style. Given the recent failures, like big industry names, like One Punch Man, perhaps that's no longer a priority. I don't know. I mean, this head doesn't look too bad. I kind of like how I stylized this. I don't know. I mean, hmm. Maybe I should just be doing some light studies. You know, studies about how light falls into this. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe that's what will make it click. I hope it would. Something has to make it click at some point. Please. I just want to draw and I want to, if I may be so brazen, live from that. If I can, perhaps even a comfortable life. Doesn't have to be constantly happy or without troubles and such. Just being able to actually draw would already be very cool. You know? Let me drink something. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I don't know, guys. It's terrible. It's terrible. Hmm. I should look at some ears more often, huh? Just draw some ears. Like I used to not have too many issues with ears, honestly. But then I started taking shortcuts in a weird way that didn't quite make sense. And then I stopped being able to draw them as nicely as before, you know? Hmm. I mean, I don't seem to have too many issues with short-term memory, but sometimes I feel like I immediately forget what I was saying whilst I'm talking. Guys, maybe I have brain worms. I think I have brain worms. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm certain I have it. It must be. Maybe I was secretly visited by the aliens. Maybe. Maybe I am an alien, you know? I don't know. My wrist's starting to hurt. I'm sitting like a gremlin, as if I'm like protecting the One Ring or something. I'm I'm curled up in a way that you wouldn't believe, and everything's hurting as a consequence. But I'm not stopping. I'm not, I'm not stopping. I don't know why. Why do I not stop doing this? This is stupid. Please sit like a normal human being. At least pretend you are one. Sometimes. At least like 2 hours a day. Afterwards, you can pretend to not be a normal human being, you know? Afterwards, you can be the most unnatural creature on earth. A crime against humanity. And an offense to all the gods. that's fine, you know. I think. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore at this point. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, guys. I mean, certainly not getting the marks here on this, on these eyes. Oh, okay, I get this. I get it. I see the issue. That's fine. I thought his eyes were more opened. Misremembered. Right, and that's why I had so much issues with this, because now it looks like he's looking there, right? Because of the bend of the curves here. Still looking like that. That may be because the eyelid at this point now. So, this might be slightly better now. Hmm. Its lips are pretty wrong too, but ah, my arms are really hurting now. Hmm. Hmm. I still like this one more. I also like this one, even though it's not as accurate as it could be possibly. It's really just all about the curves, isn't it, huh? Which direction they go to. So basically, the contours, like the curves make the form work. Isn't that right, huh? Kind of feel like that's the case. You know, like the small details, like is it a C curve, like this, or more like this, or is it an S curve, or is it a flat S curve, or is it just a straight? You know, to what extent do you see how this bends, basically, guys? The secret. I've unlocked the secret. Learn how to draw curves, manipulate the curves. Curves. Why did you save me? Curves. Yes, possibly. Possibly the case. I don't know. We'll have to see. But kind of feels like that way. You know? It's all about the curves, about the curves. No, it's all about the curves. I'm going insane a little bit here right now. Guys, I'm going a little bit insane. A bit more than usual. Okay, give me. It's all in the curves. Who would have thunk? Who would believe it when you told them? No one. No one will believe you. I'm still waiting. I can't believe it. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for Eminence in Shadows movie. How is this even allowed? Guys, impossibly. Impossible. This is impossible. Who can wait that long? Nobody can wait this long. I've been waiting for 5,958 years already. 5,958. Can you believe that? No, can't believe it either. Unbelievable. That's what it is. Absolutely, unequivocally unbelievable. But it's kind of looking like she's looking at us, but that's not true. She's not looking at us. Beautiful women do not look at us. Only at me. Only at me. Let's see. Something like that, maybe? The pupil, the iris is too big. Iris? It's too big. Can't believe she held on to this long, though. I mean, I haven't been like an what's the word? Ad Advent? No. Ardent. I think the word is ardent. I haven't been an ardent. Ardent? Let me see. Let me see if that's actually the word. Ardent. Yes. Passionate. Ardent. I haven't been an ardent. How did I even come to. How did I. Okay, anyway. I haven't been an ardent watcher of Iris, so I don't know all the lore. I've been around basically since Hololive English started, but you only have so much time in the day, and it's just not possible. It's just not possible. So you have to pick and choose. But I still kind of find it amazing. You know how she basically started out as a kind of like Atsuki ish, like solo singer thing for Hololive's English branch. I always kind of felt bad for her, even though I was pretty certain she wouldn't be like left alone, to rot on the sidewalk or something, metaphorically speaking, because the Hololive English girls are just not like that. They just don't have the personality like that. So I always kind of expected them to be there for her. But I still didn't. I still kind of felt like, bad for her because you didn't really. She didn't really belong. I always felt like. That's the feeling I got at least. Kind of like, yeah, it's like she doesn't belong, which is weird. 'Cause she's a very nice person, very sweet person. Nice is not really a characteristic, but like an interesting personality, a good person. Like yeah, she's Irish. Can't not know Iris. What was I trying to say with this? I don't know. I'm just going on random tangents, guys. Random tangents, random topics, anything. Hey, there we go. Just a slightly open mouth, yes. Can I even draw that? I don't think I can. Because I punched this thing through here. So. I don't know why I'm so interested in this all of a sudden. I don't know what I'm doing here. Constantly going from I'm being absolutely absorbed by what I'm doing right now, and holy shit, this is so terrible. And then not necessarily in that order. Hmm. Hmm. It's terrible. This is terrible, guys. I'll leave this. I'll leave this for now, and I'll leave you too. We're breaking up now. I had enough of you. Yeah, enough of your bullshit. Oh no, I think I opened Mod Manager. It's gonna turn out great. I know it. Close. Okay. Anyway, not sure if I accomplished anything today. Let's see. This kind of looks. This looks dog shit. The ear looks dog shit. Anyway, have a nice rest of your day. I haven't had as much pain today as past few days when sitting or standing. I don't know. Maybe I've been absorbed in what I'm doing a bit more. And my brain was like, yes, yes, more of this. Amazing. And then it gave me like some adrenaline or something. You know? I'm being drugged secretly. I know it. Something's happening. Anyway, hope you're having a nice end of your day or beginning of your day, whatever it may be. Take care of yourselves. I hope you learned something. I'm not sure if I did. At least I'm not going away in like a defeated frame of mind. No? Even if a lot of the things I do were things I did draw a lot already. So, I don't know. It's always nice to just think about what you're doing, you know, while you're doing it. Not just thinking about it. Like that's a bonus, you know? It's not the main thing. You can't just only think about things. You must do as well. Anyway, I think I said everything. I'll see you next time.